Live from Las Vegas, it's Keto Cooking. Well, there's the weather for today. Excessive heat warning, 107 right now. And it's going to get up to a balmy 114. So guess what? We'll be cooking inside today. That's for sure. Now, I'm going to do a pork cushion. I'm going to do the whole thing. The reason why I'm doing this one today is because I got this new smart wireless meat probe. Okay, I'm going to give this thing a try, a review. They were kind enough to send it out to me. So I'm going to see if I can operate this, navigate this thing. And we're going to probe this. It's going to go into to my crock, okay, which I'm using again. You know what? On hot days like today, can't go wrong with that right there. I'm, without heating up the house with the stove and everything else. So, yep, that's what we're going to do. All right, unboxing this thing here. I tell you what, it comes pretty well packed. I believe it's from China. I'm not really sure. Okay, but they reached out and said, hey, would you like to try our new thermometer? Comes in a nice case. And this is the docking station also for it. It's battery operated. As you can see, the probe in here. The app up on the phone, and we're going to attempt this right now. Okay. I'm going to take the meat, I'm going to get it prepped up, and we're going to go back and we're going to start this thing here. Now, I don't know if anybody has ever done this before, but putting a meat probe in meat into the crock pot, but guess what? If not, this is going to be a first here. We'll see what happens from here on in. Tough getting old. This end of it will give you what's inside the meat here. So what I'm going to do is, this is a small, probably 2 pounds. All right. Now, thawed it out, put it from the freezer into the refrigerator. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this in. Okay. Tough. I'm going to put that in. I don't want to go too far down. I want to keep it towards the middle. Now, what the object of this is to pull it. Okay, to have the pulled pork. So normally, small piece like this, if you let it go, it'll pull, but it'll be dry as hell. So, now what I'm going to do is, this docking station here, I'm going to turn this on. Lights are blinking. Just notified my phone, okay, and it's 32 degrees. That's freezing. It's still almost frozen inside. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put on start. Okay, I'm going to hit the piggy, and I wanted to get you know what we're going to do? We're going to do this well done because we want to be able to pull it. So I'm going to hit well done. Okay, and I'm going to put this in. Can you see it? I'm sorry. There it is. I'm not paying attention to the camera. So what it did, come up to pork. It gives you, different categories. Okay, I hit well done on it because we want to pull that pork. All right. So we got that set. It's set on Fahrenheit. Well done will be at 160. All right. And here we go. Point of clarification. First time using this meter here, this probe, it's set at 160. The proper temperature for pulled pork is 205. So we will adjust it as we go. So I'm going to hit this button here, start cook, and off to the races we go. Now, just giving you a tutorial here of where to put the probe and stuff. I'm going to continue. It's telling me to place the dock. I'm going to leave it right where it's at. Okay. And I tell you what, it's really pretty cool. We had these back in the day. Wow. All right. Okay, let's see what this AR monitor says. Let's open up the... Whoa, it's 125 degrees. Okay, so it's been 2 hours and 22 minutes, 56 seconds. So this might take a little bit longer. But what I'm going to do is, and put this off to the side. What I'm going to do is, I've never done it like this before. I always made my sauce separate. So what I'm going to do is I got a can of pureed tomatoes. I'm going to add some garlic to it, chop it up. I'm going to put everything back in that crock pot and make a little red sauce. And I got some spaghetti squash. So what I'm going to make with this today is I'm going to make Parmesan with spaghetti squash. All right, let's rock and roll. Okay, I'm taking this hard cheese now and I'm cubing it up. It's going to go into my little, say hello to my little blender. Put that in there. Let me cut this one down the middle. And I tell you what, this has got a good taste to it. Wow, 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 wow. All right, I'm going to put that in. Top on. At this point, blender died. Funeral to be announced. Hey, anybody out there want me to do a review on a blender? Okay, being that these are small garlic right here, I'm going to use the whole thing. So I'm just going to actually just take the top off it. Okay. And I'm going to put lay this right into the sauce and let this cook just that way. I'll take some of the paper off it, but not a lot. And peel it right down like that. Now also I got this is about a tablespoon and a quarter or half of tomato paste. I'm going to put it in there. And then this tomato puree and let this cook out. I'll add some essence to it as far as some a little bit of oregano. Now today I'm going to be making, like I always been using for a long time now, some of this Mexican oregano. I tell you what, this stuff is really, really good. So let's build this thing up here now. All right, take the top off, steam it up. Now this is not going to brown up as much as I wanted it to. So, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the garlic here. Okay, I'm going to add a little olive oil to it. This is going to go face down into. I'll make a little room for it. Ooh, it's hot in there. Okay. As you can see, paper comes right off it. Okay, we'll just pull that out pretty easy. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to be putting in the paste. And I'm just going to pour this puree right up over the top. And you can see with the puree you have a little bit left in the can. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just add a little bit of water to it just to rinse the can out. I don't like to waste too much. Pour it over the top. All right. There again, a little bit more olive oil. Just a squirt, not a lot. This stuff is really good. Boy, I tell you. If you find it in the store, usually they have like a little section, the Mexican section with all this stuff right here. It's a lot less expensive than the stuff you would find like from McCormick's and stuff like that. And honestly, I think some of it's better. I really do. So I like that big flavor. So I'm going to do about a tablespoon in my hand. But this stuff you can leave whole. I like to crush it. There it is. Top's going to go on. There it is. See you in a little bit. All right. Just going to peel this away from the skin. All right, little Tommy spice on here. We're getting ready to end up this spaghetti squash here. Now, that's Parmesan cheese that we just freshly ground. That's what blew up my little blender. Actually, the shaft broke on it. So, I finished it up in my food processor. I don't like to bring that out too much because it's a pain in the neck to clean. Stir this around here. I'm going to add some of the tomato sauce that is in the crock pot with that pork cushion. And I got to tell you what, whew, man, this thing is smelling really good. Back in the day, I know a lot of people, a lot of old times used to make their spaghetti sauce with neck bones, pork bones, just about any kind of piece of pork in there. What a flavor. So I'm going to ladle some on here. I got it pretty much portioned out for me and Marie. And going to let this settle in with one another, and we will, that's done. Okay, this shows, right now it's at 162, and I put it up to 198. That's normally, that high up for the pull. It's still very tight. But I tell you what, this thing actually worked. So yeah, it's a good product. I'll leave a link down on the bottom for where to get a hold of. I'm going to contact them and see if I can get a discount code. This thing works pretty good. All right, let's let this thing cook because you know what? I'm getting hungry. Okay, it says it's done. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the lid off of this. And as you can see right there, the probe is up, but I'm going to take this a little bit. It's still a little, it'll pull, but it's not the way I thought it was going to come out as far as pulled pork type of thing, but I'm going to cut it. But what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take this, see the garlic falling off? What I'm going to do is I'm going to put that, sorry about the camera, put that garlic up on top there. I'm just going to empty it into the sauce, and I'm going to pull out the meat. Okay, I would let it go a little bit longer, but it did its job. This probe actually did its job. I took it right up to the right temperature where we set it at. I'm going to take that probe out. I'm going to shut it off. This is going to get pulled out, and I think I'm going to run the immersion blender in for the sauce. Okay, slicing this, as you can see, looks pretty good. Yeah, I got some pieces here that I can slice up a little bit more. But like I said, this is going to be made into like a Parmesan type of gooey cheese. Put that right up on top. Now, like I said before, I love this oregano right here, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a little bit in my hand, and I'm gonna crush it. Okay. Okay, there it is. Put this over here like this. So, my little thermometer right here, okay? You see it right there. It's an ARMEATOR 1, okay? This thing worked really well. It really did. Right to my phone, give me the temperatures right, you know, as they were happening. Really, really good. I'm going to check with this company and see if they will allow me to have a discount code put on it. And I tell you what, really worked well. Really did. Okay, enough of this. I gotta eat. Okay, this turned out delicious. Spaghetti squash, always a hit with me. The sauce was actually really good in the crock pot. There again, I'm not a big fan of it, but I tell you what, I'm making a turn. The pork came out. I wanted it to be pulled, but sometimes the cushions are a little hard to deal with. I didn't want to overcook. Besides, I was hungry. Absolutely delicious. Yeah, that little ARMEATOR, the probe. Yeah, I can't go wrong with it. I mean, it really worked well. It did its job. Okay, so with that said, listen, I'm Tom Garvey, the Keto Cook. Hey, anybody out there want to send me out a blender? Thanks for watching. Catch you next time. I'm Tom Garvey, the Keto Cook. Stay safe.